I'm going to do the total body cool down with you in real time, so grab a dowel, foam roller, and mini band, and let's get started. Grab the dowel with each hand and keep your arms fully extended. You're then going to reach your arms up and back around your body. The wider your arms are, the easier time you'll have getting them up and over your head. If you can't clear your head, don't worry, only bring them up as far as you can go. You're then going to take turns using one arm at a time to mobilize the shoulder of the arm that's going up and over. Now you're going to switch sides and make sure you're keeping those elbows nice and locked out. If you have to bend your elbows, stop and don't go as far. You want to do this 2 or 3 times on each side. Put the dowel down, and now you don't need any equipment for a little while. You're going to reach your hand behind your shoulder blades and pull your elbow to the center of your head. Stretch for a few breaths on each side. Now you're going to interlace your fingers behind your back and squeeze your palms together. Really stretch your chest here. You're then going to forward fold, stretching the backs of the legs and letting the arms fall as far back as possible. Take a few breaths here. Stretch the backs of the legs. Now you're going to get your foam roller. Sit down and lay back on that foam roller, extending the arms out in a T. You're then going to open and close your arms like a book. This stretch helps to stretch your chest as well as your back. You want to really slowly open and close the arms, and when they reach the ground, let the full weight of your arms pull them down. You can then make them go up above your head and bring them all the way around. Hopefully you don't hit a wall like I did, and then bring them down by your sides. You really are trying to relax the shoulders here and stretch the inside of the arms. Carefully roll off the foam roller. There's no graceful way of doing this. Get it out of the way. Come forward and sit with your legs crossed in front of you. Get comfortable here. Sit on a block if you need to, and reach the arms up, gently pulling one wrist to the side, really stretching through your whole side body. Make sure you keep breathing through the whole stretch. You can lower down to your elbow, reach your other arm up overhead to get an even deeper stretch of the side body. Go to the other side. Deep breaths while we reach and stretch. Take a deep breath in, reach up, exhale, and forward fold. Walk your fingers out in front of you. Take some nice deep breaths. Keep walking the fingers out. You'll feel a big stretch in the hips, especially at the hip of the leg that's in the forward of the cross. Now walk your arms over to the side. Take the same big, deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Walk your hands back to the middle and then over to the other side. Keep breathing. You'll feel a stretch in the side body as well as the hips. After a couple more breaths, walk the hands back up. Switch the cross of your legs so your other leg is in front. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Again, if you feel this is uncomfortable to sit like this, sit on a block. But we're going to walk our hands over to the side again. You can tent your fingers up like mine are here for an even deeper stretch. Helps you get a little tension on the arms and pull the arms all the way down through the side body. Then we're going to walk our hands back up. And now we're going to roll to our backs. Let the head lay on the ground. Nice flat back. Hug the legs into the chest. Gentle rocks here. Now I want you to curl up into a little cannonball and hug yourself as tight as possible. And release one of your legs down to the ground. Hug the other leg nice and tightly into your chest and then bring it across your body. You're going to put your arms out in a T or a cactus if there's no room. Look the opposite way of the leg and bring the knee of the lower leg on top of the heel of the upper leg like I'm doing here. The idea is to try to have both shoulders on the ground at the same time. You want to hold that for a few more breaths. Now you're going to switch sides. You're going to feel a big stretch in your back here. You can bring that knee over the ankle. Good. Now we're going to cross our legs, and you're going to grab the leg that's behind and pull it into the chest. Nice big stretch here. You're now going to grab your ankles and pull them towards you, all while making sure you keep your head on the ground. Now you're going to switch legs, cross the other one in front, and grab the back leg to pull your legs into your chest. Grab onto the ankles and making sure you keep breathing. Inhale and exhale as you pull those ankles in towards you. Now you're going to figure for your legs. That means put the ankle across the knee, flex the foot of the leg that's up, and grab onto the leg that's extended and pull towards you to stretch both hips. You're going to switch to the other side. Grab onto the back leg, which is the leg that the foot is resting on the knee of, and you can gently push on your other knee to get a really big stretch through the hips. Now we're going to stretch our hamstrings. You're going to grab onto a mini resistance band or a yoga strap. Straighten your leg that's up and pull it towards you, making sure that the leg that's down doesn't get pulled up. Try to keep that knee of the lower leg pressed into the ground. Take a few breaths and then switch legs. Stretch that leg back and towards you while keeping the lower leg pinned to the ground. I'm pulling my elbows towards my head to help my shoulders not get all tense. Now we're going to sit up and come to all fours. I want your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath or just back of your hips. We're going to do cat-cows. This means arching the spine and looking up, and then tucking the pelvis and arching the back and looking down. Going back and forth gently between both stretches, inhaling and exhaling. You can also wag the tail and look back towards your butt. You're then going to make sure your toes are tucked and kick back into a down dog. Really focus on straightening your legs here, and don't worry if your heels come down. We want your hips going back. You're then going to bring one leg in front of you, drop the back knee, plant your arm that's on the opposite side of the foot and reach, switch arms, brace your shoulder against your opposite knee and reach the arm straight up. We're now going to go to the other leg. So bring that leg back and forward, drop the back knee, put your hand down and reach up, looking straight towards that upper hand. You're then going to go to the other side, looking straight up. Come back to your down dog. Come back to tabletop. And we're going to do something called the couch stretch. You can do the stretch up against a wall, or you can put the back foot that's hiding behind my butt there on a couch or a bench. I'm then going to come to a kneeling position with one leg and the other leg out in front of me. I'm kneeling up nice and tall, stretching the quad of the leg that's kneeling. You might want to do this on top of a pad or a blanket or a pillow if your knee is sensitive. I want you to hold that one for longer than I did. Pause the video and hold that for about a minute. We're then going to switch legs. Make sure when you're kneeling that your foot is right underneath the knee. On the leg that's up and then the leg that's down, your hips are nice and straight. I don't want to be leaning forward at all. If you need help staying upright, lean on a foam roller. Again, pause this video and hold it for 30 seconds. We're going to come back to all fours, make our knees wide, sink our hips back, and come to child's pose. Take 5 deep breaths here and relax. This is the end of your